Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here I read anonymous stories online. So if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. I was dating this lady around 2012 and she won the American lottery and started giving attitude, not knowing that the time we were dating she was also seeing another guy, and fast forward they got married. Even before they got married, the guy she was getting married to called me, taking my number from her, and the guy told me this lady told her I was nice to her, but just that she wanted him. I didn't say anything. I wished her all the best and continued with my life. I was there last year and she messaged me that she wanted us to get back together. So we started talking nicely, and in December she came to Ghana. At that period I was dating another girl who was pregnant for me. So I decided I won't let her know about me having a lady, just to steady her intentions. When we met at the airport, this girl was complaining about my dressing to the airport. But wow, if you see what her brother wore to the airport, it was worse. Then we decided that she wanted to spend time at my place. I told her I had recently moved from my place and a new place I have relocated to. We can't go there because there is a lot of work to be done. So I booked an Airbnb apartment for just 2 days. When we got in, she was still complaining about the dressing, saying her siblings would be talking plenty. Deep in the night, she begged me to sleep with her and I gave it to her. We ended up spending 3 weeks at different hotels with her paying the bills. Things became cool between us again and she begged me never to leave her because she really loves me. Anytime her friends call, they will ask whether she's getting enough sex and she will be telling them because it's good, that's why she hasn't returned back to the States yet. On the day before she departed back to the States and she was in her period, the girl begged me to still sleep with her. Anything for her happiness, so I did because she was a good person. Now I got confused because of my woman at home, because all this while I lied to her that I have been sent to a different region to supervise a project, but I was still taking care of her and the child. This flirting got so much into my head that my girlfriend at home looked like an enemy to me. Things that I shouldn't get annoyed over, I easily got annoyed about them. So when this lady got back to the States to repay her kindness, I will be doing surprise shopping for her just to compliment the things she did for me. But this lady in the States started thinking I have a lot of charge and was saying some ladies get girlfriend allowance and all. So I asked her birthday wishes and she wanted 2 iPhone 16s, one for herself and the other for her son, wigs from $500, watches, and she also wanted a trip to Dubai or Greece. So I started to know her mindset. So on her birthday I ordered pizza from Domino's sizes for her, got her perfumes and watches and a big bouquet of flowers. This lady never appreciated them, so it got to a time that she always wanted me to message her first. So the day you don't message her, you won't hear from her. In her mind, she was giving me silent treatment, but I sat down and reflected on how bad I have made my woman feel, and I asked her for forgiveness. Even though she never knew I was with another woman, just yesterday the lady messaged me to ask for forgiveness, saying that her friends were influencing her to rather get a man closer to her, and she listened to them and she has regretted, and that even though I'm in Ghana, the kind of things I did for her, most Ghanaian men don't even do it for their women over there. I wasn't replying to the text. She sent me 50k to line so that we fix everything. I replied to her that I didn't need her money, so I transferred the money to her brother and she sent a voice note asking why I returned the money. It was just a Christmas gift. I told her that allowing her into my life was a big mistake which nearly cost me my happiness. This story is so samwebi. So now have you people decide to cut it off, or you are still there? Is that your girlfriend who is pregnant I'm sad for? My wife and I have been married 11 years with 2 kids. I wanted 3, but she insisted 2 was okay. Just last month, she had a call from an unknown number while I was sending some files to her phone. I trust my wife so much, so I barely worry about anything she does because I know she would never cheat on me, and I won't do same. I quickly passed her the phone. She became a bit troubled after receiving the call. I didn't really hear her say anything, but I thought the person had said something to make her upset. I reluctantly asked what the problem was, since she seemed moody and isn't talking about it. She said nothing and walked away, only to return in about 5 minutes dressed up. Surprised, I asked where she was going because we haven't even had such conversation. She insisted on telling me when she returns. I agreed, but then I asked to drop her off since we had only one car and it's a long walk to the bus station, but she refused. I got so worried because I kept thinking of what the problem really was. I called the kids' school since they had gone for weekend classes and they were fine. Called her parents, they were fine. My parents were also fine, so what was it then? Around 11 p.m., she returned after not answering or returning any of my calls throughout her stay at wherever she went. I was very angry, but I respect my wife. She hasn't ever kept anything from me, so I knew she would talk to me. I didn't rush her. I already made sure the kids had dinner and were in bed. I was waiting for her, so we have ours too. She hasn't eaten anything according to her, but she's not hungry. I lost appetite too, so we went to bed together. At dawn, I woke her up to ask what the problem was, why she left home and has been troubled since the call from the previous day. My wife told me the worst thing I have ever heard. She had a son when she was 19 with her then boyfriend, but the guy denied it. In order to have a meaningful life, she gave the boy out to a friend of hers to cater for while she furthered her university education. When we met in the uni and got married a year after we graduated. Actually, then the boyfriend was a caller. He asked to see her because he wanted his son. That is forgivable. I can handle it. She hid the fact that she had a child who was almost 17 years from me, sent him money and went over to see him from time to time. I understood that part. But the part I can't forgive now is at my wife's age, she's still in love with her ex. She has all these years been praying they meet again. The guy wants her to, and she's willing to divorce me just so they could be together like she has always wanted. I wept all through the morning. I thought it was impossible until she packed her belongings and left the house just this past Sunday. I don't know what to do. She hasn't answered nor returned my calls since then. I am scared she may never come back and I'm in so much pain. What? She did what? Honestly, no matter how painful it is better she leaves you to go be with the one she feels she's happier with than to be with you and for you to know she doesn't like you, she's just considering you. Ebe. Oh no, this is so sad in all angles, but you deserve to be with someone who genuinely values you, so you should let her be and let her go for your own sake. I am a straight guy, like I love anything under skirt, love women like mad, but sometimes I really wish to sleep with a gay or transgender girl, but just wish to sleep with someone who has a dick, I swear. I used to pretend to sleep while my younger cousin, who I was secretly crushing on, sometimes his younger bro would come and sleep with me. Now for me to get in the mood, I would pretend to be sleeping and tell my boyfriend to sleep with me, and I also enjoy forceful sleeping with someone where I will struggle for a bit. Is anyone else like this? I honestly don't know what brought the conversation of sex between me and my mom. She confessed to me that marriage is not that beautiful. I asked her what she meant and she said my dad used his big D to drill her and was all the 30 years of marriage and she never enjoyed it. She dare not complain. I have never looked at them as the same again. I am still shocked. The day my boyfriend asked for anal, we almost broke up. I did abortion like 13 times, but I can still give birth. I pray God forgives me and my kids that I aborted them. Hey, this story, you'll be reading it and then by the time you realize you finish, hey. Really? That's all they do for here. My friend introduced me to my fiance. In fact, she was on my neck to give this boy a chance because I had just gotten out of a bad relationship. Eventually, I gave in and I got talking to my fiance. We clicked and started dating. Yesterday, he told me he had a confession to tell me. He told me he's been sleeping with my friend for a year now. We've dated for 2.5 years. Surprisingly, they had nothing doing together until she introduced me to him. I was shocked and didn't believe it, but he showed me evidence of their chats and my friend nudes on his phone. He said he wanted to tell me because it's been eating his conscience and he wants to get married to me and wouldn't want to be keeping secrets. He told me to confront my friend, and if she denies, I call him as witness. I went to her workplace to then raise the issue. She didn't deny. She actually told me she didn't know she liked him until I had him. I have never been this confused in my life. I hate myself so much for being a fool all this time. How is that even your fault? You know, now if a friend is introducing you to anybody, tell them please keep the person for yourself if they are that good. Because tell me why you introduce somebody to somebody and then all of a sudden after the introduction, you realize you now like them after the introduction. Does this make sense? So we've come to the end of today's video. Please do not forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. Also, if you have any interesting stories that will make us say ow, stories that will make us sad, stories that will make us laugh, stories that will make us say had I known, please feel free to send them to me on my TikTok. I'll put the handle here at Pasuma. I have 2 TikTok accounts, the main and the backup, or you can send them to any of mine. Okay, no, specifically my TikTok, and I'll read them out. Thank you for watching and subscribe.